Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Ben Kapoor. I'm a full-time photographer, videographer and content creator, and I'm very fortunate enough to be a NiSi UK ambassador. Now, my background primarily started in landscape photography, and as I progressed into full-time, I started creating content for businesses, doing weddings, doing automotive work, photo, video and everything in between, and my work can be very, very vastly different from day to day. And I wanted a filter system. I always wanted to have a filter system that could kind of cater for everything that I do. So I don't have to be screwing on a filter for this and then taking it off and screwing on a filter the next day for something else. I wanted to be able to adapt my filter rings and my lenses and my cameras to be able to just go snap on, snap on, snap on, and have a variable ND for this, have an ND for landscapes, have mist filters for this, that and the other. And finally, NiSi have come out and revolutionized the market with the Jetmag Pro filter system. So this filter right here was the one I was the most excited about. This is the variable ND filter 1 to 5 stops for the Jetmag Pro filter system. And this, just like all the other Jetmag filters, can just magnetize onto the front of the lens, lock in place if you want it to, and be used in conjunction with all the other filters. So here I've got my A7R5, a Sigma 24 to 70 2.8 lens on, and a front cap and an 82mm Jetmag Pro adapter ring on the front. Now this is how I store all of my lenses now that I've got an adapter ring for every single one of my lenses, and I've got a front cap for every single one of my lenses, and this allows me to go from filter to lens in a blink of an eye without having to worry about messing around with different filter threads and stuff like that. So here's that variable 1 to 5 stop filter, and it can just be magnetized straight on the front, just like the lens cap, and just like all the other Jetmag filters. You can lock it into place like you can with the front cap and all the other filters, just like that, and then it can be used to be a 1 to 5 variable ND. You can then adapt that 1 to 5 variable ND if you wanted to add more strength, or you wanted to add a mist filter. Whatever you need the filters to do, you can do as long as you've got the filters. So I've got a 4-stop ND here, so this is a 4-stop neutral density filter. I can pop that on the front. It now becomes a 5 to 9 stop variable neutral density filter. I can pop that off if it's too strong, and I can take it back to a 1 to 5. And if I want to store it in my bag, I can do just like that, and then line the tabs up with each other, and they're now locked in place. And that can now live in your bag, just like that. So when purchasing the Jetmag Pro filter system, you get a load of adapter rings in the case. Also, you get this nice fancy hard case which stores them all in, but you get a load of adapter rings for your lenses, and this can then go across all your different lenses, and then you can use that filter system on every single one of those lenses. So for example, right here I've got a 77 to 82mm, and I've also got a 72 to 82mm. So that allows me to put this filter ring on a 72mm lens, and that allows me to put this one on a 77mm lens, and be able to use my 82mm filters across both these lenses, and all of the lenses in fact. And if you needed more, you can always purchase additional rings at the NiSi store. So included in the kit that you buy, you get a front cap and a back cap, and depending on what filter system you buy, obviously loads of filters. I've got a load of filters here, and I'm just going to show you how I store them in my bag. So I can store them like this in my pocket, or I can take the front cap off. I can put the variable ND on there if I wanted to. There goes the polarizer, there goes the 4-stop, and there goes the quarter black mist. There goes the front cap. Now that can live in my bag nice and safe. They're not going to get scratched. They're solid as a rock, and that can live in my bag just like that. Now, one of the biggest things I used to worry about when stacking several filters in front of my lens, especially when you're using very expensive cameras and you're using very expensive glass and expensive lenses, was color cast or loss of sharpness in your image quality. Now, I've been using these filters religiously now for 6 months, and I can categorically say there is no loss of sharpness, and to what I see, no color cast whatsoever. So all the filters are coated in a low reflective nano coating, and that basically allows you to get no glare when you're stacking filters in front of your lens. And also with the coating, they can be wiped with ease. So if you're at the seaside, or if you're getting a little bit wet for whatever reason, you can wipe them off really quickly, and you'll get no residue left on the filters. So if you have any other questions about the NiSi Jetmag Pro filter filter system, just drop me a message over on my socials or down below. And if you want a cheeky little discount, if you pop Kapoor discount into the checkout on the NiSi UK store, you'll get yourself a nice little discount there. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do consider clicking subscribe below. Give us a like, tell us what you think down in the comments. Tell us if you've got the Jetmag Pro filter systems and what filter you're going to get next, and I will see you guys in the next one.